Hey guys, what's going on? Jeff Porter from the Indie Gamer Magazine. Today we've got a ton of great news. I'm really excited to go through all this stuff. Um, yeah, so let's load it up. Hey guys, hope everybody's having a great week. If you're in the States, we have Thanksgiving tomorrow, so big family stuff going on this week. So hopefully you get a chance, you can sneak in and check out the video today. Bunch of cool stuff. So first of all, let's get into the first thing. So as you can see right over there, Death's Door wins Golden Joystick Award. So this is a big deal. We've seen indie titles win stuff before, but I feel like it's starting to really gain a lot of steam. Last year we saw Hades, even at the Game Awards, and we just see these games start creeping up, even competing with the AAA titles. So that's really cool to see. This is another great sign. I'm super excited for this. So Death's Door has won Best Indie Game at this year's Golden Joystick Awards. The action adventure game offers up a huge, unique take on the afterlife, with like the Zelda-like dungeon experience. It's made by Acid Nerve, who created Titan Souls in 2015. So there, I mean, it is an indie category. And like last year we saw Hades like competing for Game of the Year in the Game Awards, where like that's where you see the Battlefields and the Call of Duties and the Last of Us and stuff. And you saw Hades up there, and it was like, holy cow. So this is, I mean, it's still an indie category, but I mean, this is good news. This is really cool to see Death's Door win that, and I suspect that you'll see Death's Door at the Game Awards. I also suspect you'll see them at our awards, which we'll talk more about later. So it went up against Chicoria Colorful Tale, Old World, Wildermyth. Wildermyth is really cool. I think we talked about it on this show. If not, it's in the magazine. Bonfire Peaks and Sable. I'm pretty sure Sable's on this. Man, we talk about so many games now between the magazine and the show. I'm having trouble keeping track. But yeah, Death's Door took home the award. Available on Xbox Series X, Xbox One, PC. And then is today the day? The 24th? It comes out on PS4, PS5, and Switch. I think that's right. So if you are on PlayStation or Switch, I believe Death's Door is now available. I think maybe it was yesterday. Let's take a look right here. November 23rd. Yeah, yesterday. All right. So Death's Door, since yesterday, is available on PS4, PS5. So that's super awesome. And so then Switch came out the same day. Hell yeah. All right. So no matter what console you're on, check out Death's Door if you haven't. We've covered it a lot in the magazine. Reese was doing a playthrough of it on the channel. I gotta get back on him about that stuff. But at any rate, this is really cool. I suspect that you'll see Death's Door at some of the larger events as well. So getting into our next thing is a game that we've covered. Not this game particularly, but we've covered the developer's other stuff. So way back when I first started the YouTube channel, I think it was 2018, 2019, and we did like the first season of Indie Gamer TV, where it was basically a ripoff of Adam Sessler and Morgan Webb. I was doing the whole show kind of like that, like X Play and stuff. So, but during that we talked about Encodia, and that was a point and click adventure with a girl and a robot, and it was a really cool world, very cool animations and stuff, really great story. We talked about that on the show. We talked about it in the magazine, and we've interviewed the developer. The developer reached out to me and said that they have a Kickstarter for a new game, which is always really exciting. So I was a couple days late and they're already funded, but of course there's stretch goals. So we're gonna check this out. We're gonna check out a little bit of the video. So they have met their goal, but let's keep it going. Let's get the stretch goals and let's get this game out there. So this is from the developers of Encodia. This is called Soul Tolerance. All right, guys. So there is Soul. Oh my gosh. Sorry about that. Here is Soul Tolerance, an investigative RPG made with voxel art set in a world where the only form of intelligence is artificial. So I really like how this is a completely different game than Encodia, but it still it kind of falls into like the same theme, I guess, is how I would say it. So it's set in Sapporo 2214. Explore a beautiful world in voxel art, populated by robots. They say it's Disco Elysium meets Cloudpunk meets Divinity Original Sin. So I really love the turn-based combat. The voxel art's really cool, and the theme, of course, is not far off from Encodia. So it does have full controller support, but you can also use the point and click mouse method. So like we talked about, they did reach their goal already, which is super awesome. And of course, that's not all they can do. So if we go down here, we can see their stretch goals. So more robots, a chapter 2, more quests, more NPCs and side quests, chapter 3. They have a bunch of different stuff that they're going to add, and so they are really close to that first stretch goal, so let's help push it a little bit past that. So the art style right here, let's talk a little bit about this. The game world is made entirely from voxel art, so the aesthetic conjures a retro feeling with all the benefits of modern technology. Similar to pixel art, with vixel art, you can evoke the warmth of old school games, which it definitely does, but then you also get the advanced architectural elements. So really really great feeling. It looks great. Like they say, you do get that modern take on it, so it's super sleek. It looks fantastic, and it does still give you that kind of curled up on the floor with a blanket playing SNES or something. So sorry, I'm struggling a little bit still, but we're gonna get through this. Um, Turn-based combat. I think that's pretty self-explanatory. I really like the battle grid and everything. I think that looks great, and I want to fight robots now, so I'm ready. And then crafting. Through blueprints, tools, and raw materials, you can craft your own robots to deploy during combat, from flying drones and humanoid walkers to tiny tanks. There'll be a big selection of robots you can choose, so that's also +1 for me. So already, completely invested in Soul Tolerance. I've already spoke to the developers, and I'm pretty sure they're going to join us in the magazine. Maybe we'll even talk a little bit about that on YouTube. I know we've been meaning to get developers on here, but a thing that I didn't realize was a lot of people that we talk to, either their native language isn't English, and that's what makes the magazine so cool. Is you don't have to have that. It's so much easier to translate in text, and so they can. When I send them the questions, they can put it down in their language, and I can translate it really easily. So doing that, on a YouTube show, obviously has a ton of issues. But I think the developers of Soul Tolerance will be able to do it. So that'd be super awesome. Maybe instead of the magazine, maybe we'll do a little YouTube thing about it. So I know that's something that we've been meaning to do more of, and it's just there's been some logistical issues with that. Um, so where are my Americans at? I know. Well, come on, guys. So if you're an American developer, message me, or British, or if you speak English with me, because I'm a dumb American. I don't know any other languages. I took a year of French. That's about it. So, Soul Tolerance, if that looks awesome to you, head over to their Kickstarter. I'll put the link in the description below, and you can head over. And I believe it was as low as 25 bucks. So for 25 bucks, you get the digital copy, and you get your name in the credits. Um, and you can have the digital game on your favorite platform. So you can have it on PC, Switch, PlayStation, or Xbox. So you get to pick what platform you want it on. You get your digital copy, and then you get your name in the credits, which is super awesome. For only $5 more for the $30 pledge, you get the digital copy, the name of the credits, and then you get digital art and music, which I am a huge fan of. I love that kind of stuff, which is kind of the reason I do the magazine. I love. They used to have back in the day. I don't. I don't subscribe to Game Informer anymore because there's a better magazine out there. But back in the day, they used to do like behind the scenes, and they talk to developers and they show like their sketches and stuff. And knowing what the final product is, and then seeing how they got there through their series of like doodles and sketches, to me, that was always so. That just got my mind going and made me want to do stuff like that. Um, so I love when developers put that stuff in there, and especially speaking of music, we have a great composer coming on to speak at the Game Awards. So that's going to be super awesome. Kind of hear the music side of game development because that's something that often you don't really think about. But then it's music is such an integral part of video games, and there's so many soundtracks and themes out there that as soon as you hear it, you immediately know, oh, that's Halo. Oh, that's uh, that other game I love. That's Hunt. Hunt has that fantastic main menu music that is just captivating. Um, so that's another great thing about it. So that's Soul Tolerance. Like I said, link is in the description below. You can go check that out and pledge. Let's help them get that to that first stretch goal. All right. Something I've been waiting for. I can't wait to talk about this. Dead Cells. Everyone is here. So I, let's go backwards first a little bit. Let's go back in time. Let's go back to September of last year. So a little over a year ago. We covered it. It was on the cover of our magazine, Bounty Battle. So for those of you who don't remember, who may not know, Bounty Battle was essentially Super Smash Brothers with indie characters. You had heroes from Guacamelee, Darkest Dungeon, Dead Cells, Owlboy, Death's Gambit, all of these indie characters together in a fighting game. And it was essentially supposed to be one of the best things ever. Something didn't work. Something didn't click. You can probably see right away. Negative. There's 24 reviews, and all of them are negative, right? From Dark Screen Games, it just didn't. You can see right now, 70% off, $6. it was a letdown. It was a letdown. Bounty Battle featured 20 plus characters, each with their own minion companion and unique abilities. Battle across levels inspired from the character's own game worlds, with up to 3 other players. So each fighter had their own minion to summon, multiple color and palette swap options, 16 different arenas, 30 characters from your favorite indie titles, each with their own moveset and special attacks. You can see what I mean. You can see how this is supposed to be one of the greatest things, especially not only in like video game, but like especially in the indie genre. This is supposed to be the the big enchilada, right? This is supposed to be it. However, it fell victim to just it was too it wasn't, oh man. It was glitchy, it was sticky, the combat was not fluid. It became a headache trying to play it. If we scroll down here, you can see all of these. Um so yeah, game feels clunky, combat doesn't have much variation to it. The AI is terrible. Great cast of characters, but it was just extremely disappointing in gameplay. Lackluster multiplayer options. So this it's gone to the wayside, right? This has not done anything, which is unfortunate because this had the potential to be something very special, very cool, just to be able to go to each of these developers, bring them all together for something like this. It should have been amazing. However, it just did not live up to it, and unfortunately, it fell to the wayside. However, Dead Cells. Everyone is here. Is almost recreating this. So as you can see here, Dead Cells has gone full Super Smash Bros. With its new Everyone is Here update, which adds new weapons and character skins from half a dozen phenomenal indie titles, including Blasphemous, Skull the Hero Slayer, Hyper Light Drifter, Guacamelee, Curse of the Dead Gods, and Hollow Knight. So Dead Cells is an indie action roguelike, as we all know. It's become just a huge success, and it's become a real standout. The update skins are surprisingly pretty. So as you can see, aside from the skins, every character comes with new weapons. So while this is just an update with skins, I think this is setting the groundwork. This is laying a brick, right? To build upon, because you can see there's a ton of the same developers and the same characters that were involved in Bounty Battle. It's almost a direct carryover. And so I do think this is kind of laying the groundwork to once again maybe have like a Dead Cells arena mode or a Dead Cells combat mode where you can play against your friends with each of these characters. So that gives me great hope, and I hope, because we initially, I don't remember if we've said this or not, but when Bounty Battle released, we were going to have a huge tournament, and you were going to have, a bunch of different prizes you could win. You get the grand prize. We had a bunch of giveaways, codes. We were going to do something cool, but then unfortunately, Bounty Battle it would have led to more people upset with the combat than anything. And so we've been looking for, something like, we've looked at Brimstone Brawlers, we've looked at some other combat indie titles to do a tournament, and if this could be our answer here shortly. So I think this is, especially with the carryover that we see from Bounty Battle to this, I think these developers are, they're in that private group, right, where they message everybody, like, assemble. I feel like they've got that somewhere. Maybe it's an email chain or something, but they have that. And I feel like they definitely have to be laying that groundwork. So that's something that I was really excited about. Now we're going to jump over and talk about how $75 million was raised for indie titles. The Forgotten City publisher Plug-in Digital has raised $75 million for indie games. So what the hell is going on here, right? So they raised $75 million to publish more games like The Forgotten City. So kind of boring stuff here, but private equity firm Bridgepoint Group led the round, and the money will allow the company to invest in more development and expand its footprint with multi-platform intellectual property publishing deals. The company can also use the money to make strategic investments. So this is from the CEO, Francis Ingrand. I started with the idea of helping indies and publishers distribute digitally because 10 years ago it wasn't easy. It was new for them, and they were more specialized in physical distribution. Plug-in Digital will continue to operate independently in the game space and expand its publishing and distribution portfolio, obviously creating a bigger platform. So we have been following the video game sector closely for a period of time and are impressed by Plug-in Digital's journey, said the Bridgepoint Development Capital. The company is well positioned and has built a great brand in the publishing space. Relying on its committed and skilled leadership team, we look forward to partnering with the company during its next chapter of development. So basically, they got a huge capital investment to continue doing what they've been doing. They have a ton of great games under their belt. Forgotten City is one of their newer ones. It is on sale right now, by the way, I want to say, on Steam. So definitely check that. It is. So you can get 20% off until December 1st. So it's $19.99 right now, which is a steal. So head over and check that out. But they've been putting out great content for a long time now. I had the page pulled up, but of course, in all of my mess, I closed out of it. So if we hop over here, Plug-in Digital, they have obviously a ton of great games under their belt. Like I said, most recently with The Forgotten City. Oh my gosh. There we go. Okay, so let's hop over here. All right, so just taking a look. Let's see, where did... So even in the background right here, you can see, City Skylines, Warhammer, Spiritfarer, A Plague Tale, Dead Cells, Greedfall, all these great games. And I think they said that they're positioned to publish 30 games this year, which is crazy. That's over 2 a month that they're putting out. So yeah, $75 million, which is enormous. That's AAA kind of money right there. So you start giving these kids grown up money, we're gonna get some cool stuff, I think. So yeah, they've gotten $75 million. Expect to see some cool stuff. You saw the other screen right now, so real fast, let's hop over and talk about Beamable real fast. Beamable is a free-to-use tool for game developers that easily allows you to add social, commerce, and content management features to your game with low-code drag-and-drop prefabs that integrate into Unity seamlessly. So you can head over to beamable.com right now. Link is in the description below to start your free trial. If you're looking to take your game to that next level, you need some help with that monetization, getting that social aspect out there, head over, check out Beamable, start your free trial, and get your game to the next level. You definitely won't regret it. It's gonna help you out not only now but in the long run as well. Okay, so yeah, a lot of great stuff going on today. From the Dead Cells, Everybody's Here, to $75 million raised for indie titles and publishing. Um, a bunch of great stuff. I'm excited for all of it. I'm looking forward to the Indie Game Awards that are coming out in January. Uh, oh man, January 8th, the Indie Gamer Game Awards show. We have a ton of great speakers. We just put out a post today how Brooke Stenz will be returning. She is a fantastic cosplayer. She'll be returning. We have Zach from Chaos Galaxy. He's taken a trading card game from 0 to 100 on his YouTube channel, and fantastic guy to talk to. He's going to talk to us about that. And then we've got composers, voice actors. We have Team Atom. We have all of these great people. Ryan from Super Rare Games. All of these great people. So I'm really looking forward to it. I'm really looking forward to speaking about, the indie gamer. You automatically think video games. However, in the magazine, we've covered everything from content creators like Twitch streamers and YouTubers. We've interviewed them. We've talked about trading card games. We've talked about board games. We've talked about cosplay. Gamer encompasses so much, from board games to trading card games to video games to cosplay. If you're out there and you're creating stuff independently, that's what we want to hear. That's what we love. These people are awesome. They don't have any huge backing behind them. They literally woke up someday, their head popped off the pillow, and they said, F it, I'm creating something cool today. And they did it. And that's what you guys, if you want to be a creator, just do it. Just do it. That's what they've done. They woke up one day and they said, you know what? I don't care. I'm going to create something cool. And they did it. And that's the stories that we love to share. So January 8th is going to be our Game Awards, which, by the way, I have one of the awards right here. We give away physical awards. Yeah, I know there's a bunch of award shows out there. I bet they don't give out physical awards. So, yeah, weird flex, but here we go. So, if you are a winner in one of our categories, you get this fancy glass etched award. Comes with a little stand, so you just screw it in and prop that up on your desk. So we gave away 10 of these last year. We're giving away another 10 this year for different categories. Like I said, from cosplay to game development to voice acting, it's all in there. So definitely be there to check out our Game Awards show. We'll be streaming January 8th. You'll get to see me, hopefully in a much healthier state. You'll get to see our writers, Reese, Marcus. You'll probably get to see our raw reviewer Metal, and of course all the great guest speakers. And word has it we're gonna have another cool speaker that we had last year returning, who is pretty famous right now, which is really cool to see them go from voicing some indie titles to just, which is just super awesome. So looking forward to hearing from them. And then, of course, we'll be handing out the awards and looking at a bunch of cool games and trailers. So check us out. Be sure to follow us on social media to keep up with everything: Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. Head over to our Patreon, where you can subscribe to the magazine for as low as $3 a month. For $15 a month, you get the print with a poster, and then $20 a month is the premium. You get the magazine, you get the digital magazine, you get the poster, you get stickers, you get wallpapers, you get digital codes, you get Steam keys worth up to $20, if not more, or you get one Steam key worth $20 or more, or you get multiple Steam keys worth a total of 20 or more. So it pays for itself. You're getting $20 worth of free games anyways. You might as well get the print magazine with a bunch of great content. So we've been going on. This is a big, long show today. So thank everybody who stuck around for the end. We'll see you Friday. Take care. Have a great Thanksgiving if you celebrate tomorrow. And I will be back Friday, like I just said. It's the gunk. It's making me feel weird. Enjoy.